Alright, you asked me what's the difference between the German spruce and the Norway spruce, Norwegian top. Well, to me, the difference is that German spruce was regarded always as the best wood for violins from high-end guitars like Hauser, etc., classical guitars. And yeah, in fact, German spruce was the only thing we knew. But this year, 2014, AG innovated with Norway spruce for Flamenco, which is the only guitar that has that Norway spruce, and in fact I've never seen it. Now, the Norway spruce, to me, makes it sound less classical and more flamenco, the tone. And I will prove you that I brought this guitar, which is one of the best guitars I have. Traditional woods, 2013, obviously. And it's a Jacaranda rosewood guitar, and it has the neck of cedar and the ebony fretboard, and this rosewood bridge, and a German spruce top, 20 years aged. Great sound on that. But it sounds a bit classical to me. The sound of this high quality guitar, I'm not saying that it is great, but it's a bit classical sound because of the German spruce. Probably also, and not probably, for sure, will be also because of the raw materials here and here. And this is because in flamenco we need a special kind of sound. To test you that, so you can appreciate it, or have an idea of it, this guitar, which is also the Bahia Brazilian rosewood guitar, with the Norway top in this case. If I show you the trebles of this guitar, this one here, to me, is more a flamenco sound than the German spruce. That's the difference. And here I have some more in different variations. It's not just about the Brazilian rosewood. For example, this Deep Blanca of Arce is also Norway top. Déjame ver. So here we have very pure, deep, queen female flamenco sound. Then also this one here, also from real Brazilian rosewood and Norway top. Same thing. If you've noticed the treble, of the balance which has different is also again another guitar, fantastic guitar, one of the only two. And this is the Norway top, and here this is the German spruce top. So you tell me, I prefer the Norway one, of course. And as I am always after innovation and new things, because we are tired of the same, and I'm all time playing for a long time, so I have seen everything, and this satisfies completely every criterion of the comparing to the German spruce. Plus, it has another thing which helps. a lot in the timbre. Same thing. It has just other mood. I think this is much more appropriate to flamenco guitar. And in fact, well, this is the merit of AG again, because searching for the new has a risk, but it's worth to do it. This is the lesson I learned from that. Just because every other maker before didn't try to change the material of the fretboard, it doesn't mean that the only fretboard they are possible to. In fact, not only, let me tell you one thing, really speaking, the 2014 guitars are so much superior to the previous ones. To anything that is before 2014, this year, is not like what is this year. This is the reality, and I have both, right? Therefore I can tell you. Why? Well, as I explained before, the ebony fretboard makes also the guitar a bit, we forget to play with the left hand. This is what I feel. Sensitivity about the left hand is lost, because this is same like classical guitar. It's very hard. It's very hard fretboard. It has no same vibration than this one. This one is made, for example, the maple fret or Brazilian boxwood, everything which is different. And I will post at the description of this video about this exotic fret that I think I make a video apart from that, right? But any wood of which AG innovated this year, with which they innovated this year, is utterly superior to anything of the past that I have seen from them. Not to speak of everybody else. Right? They make the miracle of improving themselves, and that's the kind of thing I like to, as a player, to be a better player than I was yesterday. If last year I wasn't playing somehow good or something, this year I want to play better. So that's what they did. And then in fact this Norway spruce thing is it's a privileged choice. In fact, well, me personally, every guitar I want now, I prefer the top, the Norway top. So I hope this helped you. This is of course something I have to say, because you have to choose for yourself. And quality, that's another thing. Quality does not need, we said that in another video, I will post here, about this choosing guitars. This is very important. First you have to know what you want, and then you can do it. So it means, actually the guitar try you. I feel this is a challenge, because to bring out the best wood, the best sound on any kind of instrument is an art. It's really an art. You cannot play everything same. So there are many nuances, many stuff you have to know before you can really choose the appropriate thing. And of course this has to be as your heart feels it to be appropriate, right? And it has to fulfill, in my opinion, the standard parameters of accuracy in measurements, etc. That's because the guitar has to tune. Right? If I play a chord, I want this chord to be what it is. So E7 plus 9, I want to sound like a weird thing. And now if I move to C sharp minor or anything, I want C sharp minor. So it's something which is also objective. But of course, the Norway top, forget about it, is very superior. And mostly these ones which are aged, because that's another thing. Wood that is not aged is useless. And watch that also. Aging woods. Video will post in the description. Thank you, and I see you next time.